Hey, welcome back. We're going to pick up where we left off, where two new people have joined the party, and they are now investigating a boat. And I think you guys ended on taking a long rest, right? Like, you're going to talk to people in the morning?
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
I believe so, yeah.
Then it will be the next morning. Oh, yeah. No, we ended with Dante in the hallway.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And this works because Michael's not here. So, he is standing in the hallway. For people who are not the usual two at this point, you see a human. He's about 6 foot. Really strong physique. He's shirtless and he's wearing just soaked black pants and no shoes or boots or socks. And his white hair is completely drenched. And he's like moving it out of his eyes. And you see like this giant gash across his chest, like a freshly healed scar.
Huh. Sleeping Beauty wakes.
About time.
Hey, what's up? Who the hell are you?
Hi. Mara.
Hi. I'm Dante.
Pleasure.
I'm on a. Why am I on a boat?
That's a bit of a long story. Let's see. What do you remember?
I remember the beach, and we charged.
Mm-hmm.
I fought a dude in pure armor,
Mm-hmm.
and then I blacked out. And then I remember waking up like in a cage on a cart. And then I yelled, and then I blacked out again.
Mm-hmm.
And then I woke up here.
Wow, okay. So I guess the stuff that happened in that, like, sunken place or whatever you were in didn't stick to your memory. Cool. Alright,
What?
so here's the thing. You have been unconscious for a very long time. Multiple attempts were made to resuscitate you. All of them failed. But it looks like you're up now, which is good. There was like a sword of some kind manifesting out of your chest. That seems to be gone. Let's see. Cliff notes. Let's see. The church that used to rule Basamir, they don't exist anymore. You have us to thank for that. The guy who ran it, also gone. There's this weird entity that was possessing his body. We killed that too. Let's see. One of our old crew is running the place now. I'm not sure if you met her or not. Rose was traveling with us, and so was Sivian. They recently left. Sivian looks like he might be turning a little bit evil? Question mark. We'll come back to that if it becomes relevant. I think they were headed to Bossenmere. Let's see. What else? There's other Mer clerics and paladins about for reasons. The queen is up on the surface in hiding. There's a big war happening. And I think that's pretty much everything that's relevant to you. Wilma, did I miss anything?
Not much. He's been asleep because he took a thick sword deep inside of him.
Guys, give me just a second with the recording because it's being really weird and not refreshing the video.
We'll fix it in post.
It's not something that could be fixed in post.
No, not really.
We'll do it live.
Hey.
Okay, I don't know why it's only showing my icon on the bottom.
Oh, for the overlay?
No, for the overlay is fine. It's the like who all is actually in Roll20 is being weird.
Oh, hang on.
I don't know. I have like 4 people.
Like the overlay is fine.
Did anything change just now?
There we go.
Okay, yeah, it's because the icons in Roll20, it won't show the character unless you select the character from the chat. It's a whole thing.
Ping somewhere again just so I make sure it's coming up. Yep, there we go. All good. Carry on.
Yeah, we will have to edit that out. Anyway, also, Hood is also dead. Turns out he used to be like a person that Vercon and them knew. He was like I don't know, some kind of artificial being. What are they called again?
A robot.
No, that's not what it's. That's not the name for it. Oh, what is it? Warforged. There it is. I think his name was Colossus. Yeah. Somebody captured him and, I don't know, reprogrammed him or whatever it is. I don't know how they work. He's dead too now. Sivian took his armor.
Man, I've really been out for a while. Sivian's gone.
Rose died, and then I brought her back to life. We killed a vampire illithid and its elder brain, and a whole town full of intellect devourers. And after that, that's when Rose and Sivian left with Sivian's kid. Oh, Sivian has a kid.
What?
I know, right? Unexpected.
How long have I been asleep?
Weeks? Would you say it's been weeks? I think it's been weeks at this point.
Well, it took like about 2 to 3 weeks to get here, 4 weeks, so it's been over a month.
Oh. I don't have
He had a kid in a month?
No.
The kid was 11. But in the body of a 16-year-old for reasons.
Magic.
I'm just going to go back to a coma now.
Okay.
I mean,
see you in a month.
It's your life.
God damn it. So,
if you're interested in tracking down Rose and Sivian, we can point you in the general direction they went. It could take you a while to get there.
I'm not going to Boston Mirror.
If you don't mind me asking, Dante, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you woke up, was there a sword in your chest?
He goes into the room and he walks out and he's holding this greatsword, and it's a very long silver, but at the handle you see the face of what looks like from your culture an Oni screaming, and then you see a human side, like a human face beside it. This was on the floor.
So yeah, that was the sword that was in his chest, correct?
Yes.
So that was what caused the scar in your chest.
Huh. Well, damn. All right, well.
Yeah, it was deep inside of you.
Yeah. Not sure what's going on with it. I don't think it had faces in it before.
Most aptly, it was probably put there by the Dick Demon, who probably knows quite a bit about thrusting.
Or maybe it's one of those swords that traps the souls of its victims.
There's a demon that is a penis.
It's dead now.
Yeah,
Past
it is
tense.
dead now. Yeah.
You beat a dick demon?
We slayed it. Yes, it is slain. It is destroyed. It is no more. Sent it back to the abyss from whence it came.
Well, if we sent it back, then it's not really dead, right? We kind of just
It's just a poetic phrase. Don't be so literal.
Because I was gonna say, if we sent it back to the abyss, it's more like a one-way trip. All it just has to do is stop at the bus station, get another ticket.
I'm sorry, the what?
So buses, they're there are these little carts that are pulled by people in my hometown.
This idea shows promise.
So, Ryoma, and your Graves?
Yes.
And Mara. And Tree and Hui are in there, and they're like happy as hell.
Oh yeah, Hui never left your side, even for a moment. He's very devoted.
Huh? And you're in charge.
That is correct.
I will talk to. Let me get dressed and not wet, and I'll talk to you in your quarters.
Wait, is he
You
naked?
being dressed would be...
No, he's in soaked pants.
Okay.
Yeah. You being dressed would be preferable, yes.
And I'm hungry, so I'm gonna like eat some food. So he'll go back into the room. And then Tree looks up at you and gives a thumbs up before he passes out.
Well, he's going to be out for a few days. If the pattern holds. Well, I guess while we wait for him,
Indeed. What do you think, Vercon?
Vercon looks at you and he's going to go, I'm going to make stuff! And he goes to his forge. Because that sounds like a Vercon thing.
So I guess we just wait then.
Okay. Well, I didn't know if you wanted to like do anything, go into town, converse.
Well, if he's just putting on a shirt, it'd be strange for us to like, while he's getting dressed, decide to like go shopping.
Hey, you can. So he will, in a few moments, come out and he will wear a different coat, his normal red coat, but is slightly tattered, and some black pants and a black shirt. And his hair's, looks like it's been combed at least to be presentable. All right, well, shall we? Unless you want to talk here.
All right. What is there something confidential you have to say, or?
I don't know. It depends on how much you want to negotiate in front of everyone. Where'd Vercon go?
He's off to do whatever he does.
Sounds right.
All right, fine. My office is this way.
This looks like a Bossamir ship.
It used to be.
My man. So he'll follow you up to your quarters. And then he'll close the door. Ryoma, are you in there?
I mean,
no, I'm actually on the deck following them in there.
Oh, you're behind them? Okay.
Yeah.
Mara, are you going to? Okay. So he'll close the door behind Ryoma. And he's going to look at both of you. So Sivian left.
Yes.
Why?
So, his daughter was taken over by an intellect devourer. I don't know if you've seen them. They're kind of like brains with legs.
Okay. What? All right.
It's an aberration type. It's a creature from another plane. They like to eat people and then take over their bodies like creepy puppets.
So basically, the only way to really tell that something has been taken over by one of these creatures is that it acts strangely. So his daughter was acting strangely, and we decided to knock her unconscious rather than give this little scurrying brain the opportunity to perchance take over another one of us, perhaps kill us while we were sleeping. And because it was his daughter, he decided that he wanted to be the one to take care of. Well, to be fair, he didn't know if there was anything wrong with her, and neither did we, but we had suspicions. But when he told us to not attack her, we didn't listen because Verkon told us to knock her unconscious, and while I respect Sivian, I trust the opinion of Verkon much more.
And it turned out he was right. Didn't help
And he-
Sivian's mood, though.
Now, you said he might be evil.
It's questionable. I don't know. Who am I to judge, I suppose? But, like, he seems in a much darker mood than usual, which, if you know him, is saying something. Like, I could see, like, a kind of cloud over his soul. And not like a Thor, like, epic storm cloud, more like a dense, dank cloud of darkness from which no joy can escape.
Sounds like him on a Monday.
Also, murderous intent. Like,
Yeah.
not even towards any person in particular, just like general, like indiscriminate murderous intent.
I don't know if he's evil. I just know that he's more of an asshole now.
All right, well. Works for me.
Well, what are your plans from this point forward? I know that the two that were here, the Goliath and Hui, I believe you said his name was, they were going to follow you. So are you going to go get a new ship?
With the three of... No. I never wanted to be a leader. It's just Roberts was grooming me because Rose...
Please never put Roberts and grooming in the same sentence.
Rose and Sivian... Sivian was an idiot, which you can probably attest for. And Rose didn't have a spine for the longest time.
She got better.
Getting better doesn't mean just, being what you want to be. So, I don't know. Had a weird dream while I was asleep, but that's about it.
Well, I feel fine with letting you stay for a little bit, but I do expect that if you're going to stay on the ship, you at least pull your weight.
Absolutely. I can pull 2 weights. Look at these arms.
They're nice and small.
I hate you.
Oh, man. You are welcome to stay until you figure out where you'd like to go from here. I mean, it's not like that changes the status quo at all.
Works for me. And I'll stick around.
You've been soaking in a tub on the ship for about a month.
Sivian acts up, though. I'm gonna go kill him.
Well, you might have to fight me for it.
Ooh.
He pissed you off.
Is there a person who didn't piss off?
Well, he called me a coward.
Are you?
Well, if he does anything to get in our way, I'll kill him.
Well, you're not a coward in my book. Sounds solid to me.
I do fight in a rather unorthodox fashion, which is probably why he would say something like that.
Do you hit and run away?
Yeah.
At least you can hit.
I mean, to be fair, in Sivian's defense, when he said that, he was probably a bit cranky because I was being a better husband to his wife than he was at the time.
You were also married to Rose? A lot happened in a month.
But I did avenge her twice over and raise her from the dead. That seemed to stick in his craw.
Oh, that's going to eat him alive. Oh, you know what? Yeah. I like the two of you. I think we'll be great friends. I'll stick around.
Well, cool. We're happy to have you. Rose spoke very highly of you.
Nah. Had to when she was a halfling and a gnome half the time. She had to look up to everybody. They get in our way, though. You better, figure out a way of getting to them so we can kill them.
No. Well, I assume if they get in our way, I'll just run up to them.
Then I'll be right behind you.
Yeah, by a good 100 feet.
Yeah, quite a ways behind me.
He's very fast.
All right, well, I'll catch up eventually. Leave me his tail or something.
But we do have more immediate concerns.
Like what?
Well, do you know about...
Are you still finding his sister?
I suppose someone has to.
Man, you really do want to piss him off. You saved his wife, you're saving his sister, next you'll save his kid?
But doesn't just the thought of it make you kind of tingle a little?
I'm ecstatic. I am 100% on board with this mission.
How much do you know about the houses?
I knew we were looking for phoenixes, and we found one person, and then we had the slave girl that helped me a while back, but that was about it.
Yes, the slave girl house.
No, there was a girl that dealt with slave. I'm gonna fucking deck you.
Don't worry, he's like,
you can't run away. You can't run away in this room, kid.
I think you underestimate my ability to run away.
Let's see. The basics of it is there's a cabal of secret houses, and they seem to be plotting something that has world-ending implications. We've already dissolved one of the houses, and we're working on the others. And it seems that Roberts is somehow involved in this plot, although the level and nature of his involvement is unclear. He's pulled Rose's family into it. My brother also seems to be involved on some level with Roberts and the houses. His involvement is also unclear. That's part of why we're here. We're investigating him. Mara, whom you met, has a contract to kill him, which is all fine and dandy with me, as long as I, get a piece of him first. And he seems to have information that Verkon wants.
All right, well.
His agents are here conducting business in the city, but he himself doesn't seem to be present. One of them said that he would send notice to him to set up a meeting under the auspices of Verkon's family. The problem is, the message may take some time to reach him. We may need to find a way to draw him out more quickly. Assuming the intelligence we were given is accurate.
Well, I'm down for whatever. I'll tag along if you want me to.
That's very much appreciated.
Hey, I've been out for a month apparently. I need to sharpen my fighting skills if me and Speedy over there are going to go at it someday for fun. So, we'll see what happens. Give me a little bit to, get unrusty, but...
Sure. I'm just wondering what the most efficient way of drawing him out would be. Perhaps disrupting his activities in the city would be a good place to start.
Well, I hate to be that guy, but yesterday didn't we tell his crew that we were looking for him, so...
Sure. But they told us that it would be, 2 or 3 weeks before they heard back from him?
Sure, but I don't know if we necessarily have to cause a ruckus. Maybe we should ask around in the town. I assume somebody that has such a high profile isn't just walking around unseen by the public eye.
That's just it. We don't know if he's in the city at all. In fact, the captain of his trading ship seems to think he's on an island, which he was courteous enough to give us the location of.
Well, if the dude's always on the sea, would he know if he's in town?
He might not. It's true. We don't. It's hard for us to know what can be known and what can be trusted.
All right, well, let's go figure it out. I'll get my sword.
Oh, one of our friends seems to be convinced that he is here, though the nature of that knowledge is unknown to us. Of course, she's a paladin, so she has her ways.
Yeah, sure. I don't trust paladins, but you know.
Oh, don't worry. She's a dark paladin, nothing like the ones you knew. I'm not sure if that makes her more trustworthy or less trustworthy, but it's a fact.
We'll see.
So,
who is the cat?
Oh, she travels with the paladin. That's... What was her name again? Is it Kitty? I think her actual name is Kitty.
That...
Yeah, I know. I thought it was kind of on the nose, too. I wasn't sure, if it was, just sort of like a personal, it's hard to know where the lines are with these things, but that's what she wants to be called, so that's what we call her.
All right, well. Wait a minute. Did you say there's more merfolk?
Yes.
Yes.
I knew about the queen, but they're... What?
The war apparently has gone so bad for them that a number of them, including the queen, have come to the surface.
And where are they going?
Bossamere.
Yep, I ain't going there. Fuck that. Sivian can have that shithole of a town.
I mean, we did leave it better than we found it.
You could have took a shit in the middle of the road, and that would have been better than when you found it.
I mean, we didn't do that, but we did put a giant sinkhole where the church used to be.
Yeah, who killed my father?
I don't remember who landed the last blow. Technically, all of us, participated.
So, the thing that looked like your father wasn't your father. That was the dick demon taking your father's form. But if you're asking who killed it, that was me.
He just walks up to you and looks... How tall are you?
I'm 5'8". He's probably looking down at me.
He's looking slightly down at you, and he holds out a hand.
I guess I'll shake it.
He does the Roman grip where he grabs your forearm, and he gives the shake, and he's like, "Thank you." I really, really hated him.
Don't worry about it. I shoved my sword down his dick demon, and a bunch of goo came out.
Can we not say dick demon ever again the rest of this trip?
It is the most apt description, and if he comes back up in conversation, I will call him as such because he doesn't deserve a name.
Works for me. All right, Graves, I'll follow you. But if you piss me off like Roberts did, I'll just beat the shit out of you and leave you on the fucking poop deck.
Why?
Because it's well, also because it's called the poop deck, and that's kind of funny.
Does our ship even have? You know what? It doesn't matter.
We'll make one.
Doesn't every ship have a poop deck?
Not necessarily. I think only the larger ones do.
You're on a warship.
Okay, yes, but it's not like an ocean liner. It's not like a galleon or a freaking.
Well, me and Minotaur always we steer from the poop deck.
Well, I'm not gonna argue.
Oh wow. Okay. I looked up. I can't believe you made me Google naval architecture, but technically, yes, our ship does have a poop deck.
Yeah,
Ah!
and that's where you'll be.
Anyway, so if we're going to lure Declan out, I think one way to do it might be sabotage his operation in the city.
Elaborate?
So Declan makes a lot of his money through trading and shipping, the merchant marine. And one of his ships happens to be here, loading and unloading strange cargo. I wasn't able to determine what it is exactly. Also, it looks like they're negotiating with Verkon's family for the construction of cages, which seems a bit odd. But whatever my brother is here doing, it's certainly bad news. And if it's connected to the houses, there may be valuable intelligence that we can gather. Just have to find a way to get it out of it.
Well, I'm sure you'll think of something.
I mean, my first thought was Fireball, but other members of our party would probably advocate a more subtle approach.
You do whatever you think is best. I am starving. I am going to eat.
Okay.
And then I guess we'll reconvene in the morning. Unless you need me at all during the night.
That's fine. I don't think that we'll need you.
No. Morning is fine.
Alright, well. Pleasure to be a part of the crew.
Glad to have you for however long you choose to stay.
Well, if anyone becomes a problem from the Roberts crew and you don't deal with it, that's probably when I'm going to hop off the boat. But if you deal with the Roberts crew issues, or the fish, probably the fish, then I'll follow you.
There's precious few of the Roberts crew left, actually, come to think of it.
Yeah, everyone did get wiped out. Except for, the Minotaur.
Yeah. He's... Well, hold on. Actually, it's a our Minotaur is a different Minotaur.
Yeah, our Minotaur is completely different.
Okay, well, what happened to the Minotaur from
Not
Robert's
a clue.
crew?
Probably...
He wasn't there on the final battle. He kind of went missing shortly after we talked to the mysterious man in the woods.
Well, then I haven't a clue what happened to him. But I can tell you that most of your guys died on the beach. And then, let's see, You've already met Tree and Hui. You know what happened to Sivan and Rose. Verkon's here. And I think that's all of you.
Well, shit. Then yeah.
Well, except for Roberts himself. But,
yeah, well, we'll cross that bridge when we burn it.
Well said. All right, then. Until morning.
Okay. And he's going to walk out the room.
Ooh. Charismatic fellow.
Yeah. I like him better than Sivian, but it's not hard.
All of these, like, you're just killing Sivian with all these jabs, and he's not even here to defend himself. It's kind of feel bad for him. Almost. And the feeling has passed.
Well, we should probably get some sleep if we're going to try to sabotage an entire town, I guess.
I agree. That's why I'm in my bedroom.
I'm gonna leave.
Good night.
Is Mara's mic working yet?
I'll take that as a no.
Nope.
She does seem to be the strong, silent type.
Well, as you're on the deck, shortly after Dante comes back up with Tree, and Tree's holding a battle axe, and he's like, I don't know, man. Like, you've been asleep. Hey, if Sivian got stronger, I'm not losing. And then they start swinging their weapons around on the deck as they start training. You can do your know your enemy if you want.
Sure.
What do you want to know?
What level is he? To be fair, I only get to know if his level is lower, equal to, or higher than mine.
He is equal to.
Okay. Is his HP higher, equal to, or lower than 113?
Higher.
Is his AC lower, equal to?
Lower.
Okay.
Anything else?
No.
Okay.
I will walk up to him while he's training, and I was like, what about the other guy? What?
You mean Tree?
Yeah, Tree.
Tree, he is equal to your level. He has let me just double check his sheet. What's your HP?
113.
He has equal HP. And then his AC is lower.
Okay. Well, Dante, if you want a workout, why not try somebody? Oh god, I hate doing this. You've seen Sivian fight, right?
On numerous occasions.
Well, how about you fight me, and I'll tell you if I think you can beat Sivian.
Are you going to run away, or are you going to be like Sivian and stand there and take a hit?
I'm going to fight the way I normally do.
Then I'm going to take, no offense, Tree, but I'm going to take the guy who can take a hit like Sivian did. Hey. Listen, if you run away, you're infinitely smarter than Sivian ever was in battle strategy. I run in, I get real mad, I get divine energy from my god, and then I just beat the shit out of things. Sivian thought it would be a good idea to run in armor made from shark skin and get punched a lot and go down, and then I'm like, heal yourself, and he's like, I'm not a healer. And then he just sits there for the entire fight.
Well, I kind of have an eye for these things, and the thing that I do want to say is, even though you've been asleep for a month or so, you seem to not have gotten weaker. You seem to have gotten stronger.
Well, I did fight a bunch of paladins on a beach.
No, I mean, like, while you were asleep.
Oh. I don't know. Like I said, I felt like I was in, like, this weird state where I was constantly fighting in my mind. It was weird. I don't remember much. Just like bits and pieces. It felt like a weird dream.
Rose did say that you were fighting some sort of demon inside of your mind.
I mean, I did have a thing going around for a while in a necklace, and you realize the necklace isn't there. So, maybe whatever the hell was in there, I finally just, beat it.
Maybe. Or maybe something else happened.
Maybe. Maybe my god was nice. Bastard.
Well, what? Which one's Tree? Tree is the Goliath, right?
Yep, this one.
So, Tree,
Yeah.
how's the arm and leg treating you?
It's kind of weird. Like, I got hit, or like I bent my finger back, and I didn't feel the pain, but like my mind was like, "Ow," even though like he moved my finger back and it was fine. So I guess
Yeah.
like ghost limbs, ghost fingers. I don't know.
You get used to it.
It's interesting. I don't like it.
Well, if you guys train, it's probably going to be more useful for Tree at this point.
No. I'll try. At this point, Jason also walks up. And Dante looks at him, he points at him, you. And he points the sword, and Jason draws the sword. Whoa, buddy. You have him on the board? On the ship? On the board? I'm fucking tired.
It's surprising that you're tired, because you literally just slept for a whole month.
I knew a guy who would sleep all week and then like wake up for 3 hours and be like, I'm tired.
Yeah, I know someone like that too. They're pretty awesome.
They are.
But yes, he's on the ship.
He walks up to Jason, and Jason like tries to like puff his chest out, and he just walks past him. And Jason like sighs, and Dante goes down the steps. And yeah, the rest of the night will go peaceful. As everyone starts going to sleep, unless you don't want to sleep.
No, I'm sleeping. In my usual spot.
Are you sleeping, Graves?
Yeah.
Give me a... Oh, yeah, you... Never mind. What's your passive?
Who?
Perception?
My passive... 15.
Okay, cool.
But I also have a weapon of warning.
True. Are you attuned to it?
Yes.
You wake up in the middle of the night.
What now? Okay. So I assume that the dagger is what woke me up.
Yes. You can deter that it was your weapon of warning.
Okay. I'm gonna take a moment to equip, just grab my weapons at the very least. All right,
Really?
so
Is that how you greet me? And from the shadows, it's Morgan.
Oh, that's. Hold on a second. Maybe this thing. Let me read the description on the.
It's like 30 feet.
That's not what I'm reading. Where's the description? I thought I had it on my sheet. Let me go to the item description right quick. Oh, okay. It says that this weapon warns you of danger. So if she's not actively threatening me, then it shouldn't go off unless it's like, I don't know, out of warranty or something.
This is flavor. There you go.
Okay, fine. Oh, it's you.
I told you next town.
You did. You did not say that you would be arriving unannounced in the middle of the night.
To be fair, when I left, it was in the middle of the day.
Sure. But, I keep this thing. I show her the dagger, to make sure nobody tries to stab me in my sleep. So, when it goes off, I'm usually expecting that someone is trying to stab me in my sleep.
You are so cute when you're paranoid.
Thank you. Well, anyway, it's good to see you again.
I'm back for now.
Well, the ship has changed a little bit.
Oh?
We picked up some new people. We lost some old people. You know how it goes.
Yeah. But I'm here to stay for a little bit.
Oh, well,
I missed
glad
you.
to have you. Oh, I missed you too. It wasn't quite the same without.
Yeah. The other place kind of sucked. But I had to get some equipment and potions and whatnot.
Oh. So I assume you know what's going on.
I know that Sivian left and Thor is throwing a fit because Hel picked him up.
Hell, as in...
The goddess of death?
I knew he went evil. Sense it.
Yes, well, the gods talk from time to time, sweetie. We hear things. And when Thor threw a fit, he threw a massive fit.
I'm sure he was very loud. That is kind of his brand.
So.
Well, I guess Sivian's a wild card in whatever's happening now. The web grows ever more complex. Speaking of gods, we have a paladin on board. Her name is Mara, and she serves, I think she said Hades? I think it was Hades. Hades told her that my brother is here, though we have not seen hide nor hair of him, and his men claim he's on an unmarked island in the middle of the sea. It's very perplexing.
Interesting. Can I ask you a question as she sits on the bed?
Sure.
Should I cut Rose off?
What makes you think that you should?
Well, she was working with you, and that was the main reason why I gave her help, but now she's not here. So I will let you be the one to decide that. Should I cut her off?
I bear no ill will against her, if that's what you're asking. But as far as your support for her goes, she chose to leave with Sivian, and if Sivian's path grows as dark as it seems to, she may need all the help she can get before long.
Okay, well, I guess I'll keep her on for a little bit then.
Yeah. She had a lot of potential.
You all do.
Well, kind of you to say.
I'm not gonna lie to you, that's why I stuck around.
Your honesty is very refreshing.
Also, apparently, Alexis is beyond pissed because he has been shunted out of his own realm.
Who?
He had a sock.
Alexis.
That was his name, but people called him Merful.
Oh. Huh. How did that happen?
Because that's the only noise he could produce when his soul had a sock in its mouth when he died. So it manifested with the sock.
Well, sucks for him, I guess. I don't know anything about this person. We only ever interacted with, the church.
So, he's mad. The rest of the gods really don't care for him.
Yeah, well,
so he's probably going to be falling out soon.
Maybe he could try manifesting as something that doesn't suck. Or sock, as it were.
True. Your crew's gone through a lot. Are you okay?
We're managing.
Are you okay?
I mean, there are no guarantees in this business. It's always a shame when you lose people, whether to defection or misfortune, but, you process it and then you move on.
That's true. Well, get some sleep. I'll be here in the morning when you wake up.
All right. Welcome back.
She lays on the bed and snuggles up. It's good to be home. And then you both sleep. And you all have a peaceful night's rest. I don't think anyone spent any spells between the three of you.
I did the one time.
Okay. Well, we're going to take a quick 5 early tonight.
Cool.
So be back yet from your break. I'm glad we turned it back off and back on again. It is morning. It is morning. Oh,
it's not my fault. My computer is mean.
Oh, Vercon did say he was going to make me that tattoo so that I could get this mark off my neck.
Okay, he will be doing that today then. Sounds good to me.
No, he made it yesterday.
Didn't he? He said he was making it. He hasn't made it yet. He's in the process.
He said it would take time to make.
Yeah, so...
Did he say how long?
I can look it up with his level 10 ability. I'll just say it takes him, like, the session. Depending on if he comes.
Okay.
Alright, so... Did Mara do anything during the night?
Sleep.
Okay. In the morning, Graves, you have a plate of eggs and bacon in front of you.
Where did this come from?
You see her standing there writing stuff on a paper. Good morning.
Good morning.
Did I make you breakfast? Yes. Did I give it to you while you were sleeping? Yes. Did you suck your thumb while you were sleeping? No, but I can make it happen next time.
No, thank you. Did you write the eggs and bacon into existence? Is that what you're doing?
I went downstairs, I got some eggs and some bacon and made it.
Oh. I appreciate it.
No, I'm writing a list of things to send to a follower to do.
Oh, fair enough. Speaking of which, can you or any of your followers do anything about this weird mark on my neck? Or at least tell me what the heck it is, because it's very suspicious.
She sits down and looks. Let me see. Did you get a hickey from another girl?
No. I have been very
What
good.
neck? I don't see anything on your a mark on your neck.
I don't know. Some monk guy. I don't know. I think it's magic.
Well, whatever it was, it's not there.
Huh. That's interesting. Maybe whatever it was, faded?
Maybe the duration ran out if it's magic-based?
Maybe. He didn't seem to do any of, the hand waving or what have you that's associated with spells. So either he's also a sorcerer or it's some kind of weird monk trick.
Hey, Jake, I have a question.
I have an answer.
Since they're talking and I sleep right above their room, can I hear their conversation?
Yes.
I want to knock from above and just whisper in between the cracks. Maybe the mark is migrating.
What?
She looks up. Good morning, Rioma.
Good morning. You're not
Migrating.
an intellect devourer, are you? You know, like moving around your body.
She opens her mouth and tentacles fly out.
Hmm.
And then she closes her mouth.
What was that?
It's a joke. Relax.
If you're going to kill anybody, just make sure it's not me.
Just, don't be left on the ship unsupervised.
Huh. Can you do a thing where you scan the rest? That I don't know. I'm not sure if it's the type of thing that can migrate, but just to be safe, can you scan me or something? Just.
Do you want to get naked so I can look?
You can't see through my clothes. I just assumed you could
do you want me to see through your clothes?
It's nothing you haven't seen before.
You're no fun. Sure, I will gladly see through your clothes with my new profound X-ray vision. No, nothing's there.
So I guess either it is gone or it's somehow concealing itself. But if it can conceal itself from you, then we have a huge problem.
Anyways, I'm going to get some shopping done for some food and stuff for downstairs, so...
Okay, well.
I'm going out to town. You have fun doing your things and stuff. I'm going to lay conspicuous and maybe convert some people to pray to me so we can have more fun later. Toodaloo.
Okay.
Oh,
See you
Morgan.
later.
What?
Is his brother in town?
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to ask because you're a god. It's okay.
We now have confirmed by 2 gods
Well,
that
yeah.
he's definitely here.
Hades is a decent person, especially this time of year. So I don't think Hades would be the spiteful bastard that he is or any other time. So trust Mara. She seems like a good kid.
Noted.
She looked like an adult last time I saw her.
You're all
Before-
children to me.
I mean, she is immortal, Ryoma. Eventually, we will all be but drops of water in the ocean of her memory.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Hurtful. I'll make you at least immortal.
Aw, that's very sweet of you.
Maybe Ryoma. I want to
Like-
see him fight Gazgrim.
That stupid orc god that everybody keeps talking about.
I want to see you run away from him. That would be humorous.
You think it would make him mad?
You tell me.
Yes.
I just want to see that fight. That's all I care about.
Well, anyway, we won't stand between you and your shopping. Before you go, there is one person on the ship you haven't met. He creeps around in the floorboards sometimes. Jacques?
The Fly Man.
Oh, yes, him.
Yeah, he was watching you sleep.
Why does he do that?
Have fun.
Does he think he's helping?
You hear
Maybe.
from the floorboards, "Hey, you snore so nice."
That's not creepy. Not at all.
And she walks out the door. And when she gets off
Okay.
the deck, you see Dante coming up the steps as he's yawning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Well, so we have confirmed that my brother is definitely here, slinking about somewhere.
Told you so.
The best part is that we only asked if he was here, not where he was, so.
That's fair, but we can't expect Morgan to do everything for us. She's got her own things to attend to. Which begs the question, what exactly is this island that the ship captain marked for us? But I suppose that's a question for another.
I don't know. Let's go to the world map, and all of you can roll history checks. Ryoma, I don't think you would have logical reasoning to know this, so...
I've traveled all the seas.
You okay? You can roll a history if you want.
Oh boy, here we go. Let's
I
go.
totally know with my 10.
This is one of my worst skills. Yes, public roll.
Nope, he does not know shit.
Okay, that's
Dante,
terrible.
roll a 3.
Hang on a second. Okay. Dang it! I gotta turn off this feature. Hang on a second. It's very annoying that it keeps asking me every time if I want to public roll. Never. Okay, there we go. So, magical guidance. When you make an ability check that fails, you can spend a sorcery point to re-roll the d20.
Yep.
I assume the 4 fails.
Yes.
Yeah, so I will spend 1 sorcery point to try again. Come on. There we go. 19.
All right. You know, Balric, that island in particular has always been talked about in the family teachings of an island of mysterious power.
Mysterious power.
And your father, or adopted father, has always talked that it's always been a dark sense of power, but respectable.
Interesting. Okay, well, it's a bit fuzzy, but I do vaguely remember my adopted father saying that there's some kind of family lore that relates to this island. It has some kind of dark power about it, but he seemed to speak of it almost reverently. Maybe worth looking into after we wrap things up here.
Maybe what lies there is the power of capitalism. So maybe this is home.
Oh my god.
So what you're saying is that Declan has become a warlock who's made
yes,
he act of the investment broker.
Yeah.
He might have.
A pact of the Wall Street, bro.
Ah, yes. His Eldritch Beams is just stock markets.
Just stock markets. Eldritch stocks.
They're just arrows that go up and they're like for just uppercut the arrow.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, shit, I kill me.
You made a deal with the demon of capitalism.
Now I need that
in the background.
That's Leonardo DiCaprio from Wolf on Wall Street. That's the patron. You get deep enough, you sleep with Margaret Robbie. And do cocaine out the ass. Oh, shit. Anyways. So, now what?
So now we need to figure out where your brother is.
Well, like I said, we can either try to track him down or we can try to lure him out. This is made more complicated by the fact that we've already produced a cover story. So anything we do, either we'll have to disguise ourselves so that that nobody connects the dots, or we'll have to do something that lines up with this cover story that we've generated. Well, Any takers?
Hey, I'm just here.
Your presence is helpful and appreciated.
I don't even know what cover story you did.
Basically, we are mercenaries and bodyguards hired by Verkon, who is here to negotiate with Declan regarding the contract he wants from the Satros family. That's the cover story.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. But anyway, Mara, since you technically were tracking him first, do you have any suggestions?
Not really.
Well, we can always go sit in a tavern and just hope that he walks in.
I could always ask for guidance from Hades.
That might work.
Sure, we can try both of those things, because my plan B was fireball his trading ship, but I feel like
what's even on the ship?
Huh?
What's even on the ship?
We don't know yet, but probably nothing good.
I do believe that fireballing the ship would cause a lot more problems.
I mean, I wouldn't be seen doing it, of course. I have my ways to avoid that, but
that's not the point.
I'm cool with it.
I'm just saying, it's on the table. Probably shouldn't be the first thing we try, but it's on the table.
Let's keep that on the table as the last resort.
Sure. So, what do we try first? Is the important question.
Well, communing with another god sounds like a not terrible idea.
Yeah, I don't do religion anymore, so I can't really talk to mine.
Aren't you a paladin?
Former. I don't feel divine smite anymore.
Oh, okay.
Like, I tried smiting tree last night, but nothing came out of me.
I mean,
maybe it's just performance anxiety.
Maybe. You got a blue pill for that?
We have a doctor on board.
Dope.
He's an illithid.
What's that?
So
you freak out when you see him.
Do you know what an octopus is?
Yeah, who doesn't?
All right, so picture a dude, but with an octopus for a face.
I'll be right back. And he walks away.
All right. Well, while he goes to sort out whatever that is, are we going to go to the tavern, or are we going to wait for Mara to contact Hades? Or
I am going to go contact Hades.
Cool. He probably doesn't know who we are. Just tell Just tell him we're friends of Morrigan, and we'll cross our fingers.
I could literally just ask him for a suggestion, if I can even get through. Given that, really, Dan? Given that he and Persephone are currently together, the likeliness of me getting a response right away is no.
I mean, it could happen. Maybe he'll be in a good mood.
True. And also...
Yeah, assuming Zagreus isn't pestering him.
And also prepare for him giving an unorthodox response.
Oh, does he do the riddle thing? Is he one of those?
Kind of. He has a tendency to answer me in ways that I don't expect. Like, you know how if you commune with your deity and you expect a straightforward answer? No. He does not give straightforward answers all the time.
Huh.
I don't know. Maybe he does with other people, just not with me.
Okay. Fair. Well, just see what you can get, I suppose.
And she wanders off to a quiet corner.
Okay.
So, like, if Hades can't be bothered right now, who do we try next? Do we ask her to, like, see if she can contact Persephone? Do we try to contact Zagreus? Like, what's the flow chart for how that family works? My knowledge of religion is not super great.
While Mara respects Persephone, she doesn't work with Persephone. She only works with Hades. So she does not have an answer on that one.
That's fair. I need to buy some books. Is there a bookstore in this town? Did I see a bookstore while I was walking around the other day?
Yeah.
Okay, I make a mental note to go to the bookstore.
Okay. Roll a religion check
Okay.
with your casting modifier.
Yikes.
So,
8.
okay. Roll a D100.
Okie dokie. 95.
What is your question?
My question is, what is her casting modifier? Because if it's greater than 1, then that should be higher than an 8.
Wait, remind me where that is.
What's
Your charisma.
mod?
Yep, okay. My charisma is a 5.
Okay,
So,
so that should actually be a 12.
Okay, what's your question?
Master, do you have any suggestions on how we could locate the Calorie Boy?
You get a response. A very annoyed tone comes into your mind. You did ask me a question about the Calorie Boy the day she comes home.
Apologies, Master. I know you just reunited with your beloved.
I will say this. You're with a bunch of pirates. Do pirate things.
As you command, Master.
Also, before I leave,
Yes.
I have one question for you.
Mm-hmm.
What is the Grinch's least favorite band?
I beg your pardon.
It is The Who. And then it disconnects.
Oh, okay then. She's reminding herself, do not question him. Do not question him. He does what he wants, when he wants, how he wants. Don't question it.
Have you considered becoming a paladin of Zagreus?
Hades is the one that helped me, so no, I owe him my life.
That's fair. I've just heard that Zagreus is a pretty chill dude.
Mara comes back over to you guys and says, his words were, you are with a group of pirates. Do pirate things.
So, do you think that was a serious suggestion, or was he just blowing you off?
He is agitated that I reached out to him today, as he and Persephone were just reunited after their, you know.
Fair enough.
He would like to spend time with his wife. So we're on our own with this one.
Oh, yeah, well, we've been through worse? Question mark. We'll figure something out. So, well, I guess we can follow Rioma's plan until we think of a better one. Roll into town, see if we notice anything awry, you know.
Well, why don't we just do pirate? Why don't we just do pirate shit? Morgan told us to trust Mara, right?
Sure. Pirate. I mean, that's very vague. I will say. Like,
It is very vague.
I told
I
you.
mean,
I told you that's how he responds
I mean-
to me.
I'm gonna give you a salute. Permission to do pirate things, Captain.
granted.
Heavy eye roll.
All right. I'm gonna like sit at the back, point myself towards the ship that he owns, right? That's operated by the other crew.
All right.
And I'm gonna fly off in that direction across the water.
Wait, hold on.
All right.
Wait, hold on. I didn't mean.
I'm gonna stop.
If you're going to just, go over there and do stuff, maybe put on a disguise so we can maintain our cover story. Just a suggestion.
Sure, I will pull out my paintbrush from my calligrapher supplies in my belt and draw a mustache on myself.
Make it a hand.
Roll me a sleight of hand check.
Can I just roll my calligrapher's tool since I'm proficient with them?
Yeah, do it with charisma.
Okay. Charisma is not a great stat for me. 14.
It's a pretty good mustache.
Would you perhaps like to wear a hat or some glasses? I don't know, maybe a fake nose to go with that painted on mustache?
I don't have any of those things.
I do.
Fine.
Okay. I will try to find some, because I have like a whole set of disguises. I will try to find some stuff that will fit Ryoma and do, I don't know, some makeup work to make his painted on mustache more believable.
Roll me a disguise kit.
With advantage from the help from my painted on mustache, right?
Oh, you need a step ladder for that reach.
But it's a good painted mustache.
Go for it.
Wasn't that long of a reach.
Okay. 20.
He looks like an entirely different person if you can not notice the painted mustache.
Great. Better.
All right. I will now go back to the to the back side of the ship, and I will fly off in the direction of the other ship.
Okay. So you fly to the other end of the ship.
It's the famous flying pirate.
I'm going to the ship that the orc is in, the one that he hires,
Okay.
and I'm going to ransack the entire ship and take everything of value.
By yourself?
He said do pirate things. You guys just let me do it.
And the thing is, we're not fast enough to stop him.
Exactly. Oh my god.
It's fine. I'll do it quickly and stealthily.
Roll me a stealth check.
I will fly off of our boat, go under the water to their ship, and then I'll just do the peek up the side, and then sneak onto their ship.
Roll me a stealth check. Are you stealthing the entire flight?
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna give me one stealth check.
22.
Okay.
And I'm underwater, so
Okay, you're pretty sneaky.
Cool.
Pretty sneaky. All right, so you get to the boat.
I will peek up over the edge to see if there's anybody actually on the boat.
Yeah, give me a second here. I will get a map. Here is the map. You will be on the left side, and these are all crewmen.
Should we try to go after him, or should we just not even bother?
Mara breaks the fourth wall, looking into a camera that's not there. What the fuck?
And then there's the orc captain that you guys talked to earlier.
That's a lot of dudes.
I'm gonna.
I
I'm
have,
gonna. Oh, go ahead.
I have a question for the DM. How far away is their ship from ours?
About a good 5 to 10 minute walk.
Okay. How far of a swim is it?
Depends. Do you have a swim speed?
I can. My question.
If it's 30, it's about a good 5 to 10 minute walk.
Okay. Okay.
Well, I haven't activated my boots of flying, so like if it's as soon as I started like going under the water, he could have tried to follow me. He'd just be like a minute and a half behind me.
Yeah, because you're so fast.
Yeah.
I guess as soon as he takes off, I look over to Mara and like, you want to follow him, or we're just gonna let him go?
We can follow him if you want to.
Okay. Well, in that case, you need a disguise now. Dang it.
They haven't seen me though.
I mean, the one guy did who was on our ship earlier.
Ooh.
Fair.
The one who
True.
raced him. Yeah. Okay. Well, in that case, I will take a moment to help her disguise herself. So I won't be able to follow him immediately.
Okay. Well, roll me a disguise kit then with charisma.
$21. So I do a slightly better job than I did with Ryoma.
She look like a man.
My apologies.
I
I only know how to do men.
think
Crazy.
I'll be okay.
I mean, that's not... Okay, I do know how to do women, but not in the... The point is,
Oh, shit.
Oh, jeez.
when it comes to makeup, I can only do masculine appearances. So,
I know what you meant.
yes.
It's fine.
Great. Yeah, this is not about my extracurricular activities. Let's go.
Your
Can
bedroom
you
activities and those you engage in them with are of no concern to me. Do not announce them to me.
I wasn't intending to. So
Thank
can you
you.
swim or fly, or are you walking?
I'm walking.
Okay,
So-
well, try not to be seen.
Yep.
Instead of going above the ship, I'm gonna go under the ship.
Like to the other side?
No, I'm gonna be directly under the ship.
Alright.
I'm
Okay.
gonna activate my lightsaber and then I'm gonna try to cut a hole in the bottom.
So, while this is going on, I guess Mara is gonna sneak off and try to hoof it. I'm actually gonna cast Alter Self and turn myself into like a gilly like fish mutant guy, and then swim underwater toward like it to follow Ryoma.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to poke as little through so that like I make as little light on the other side as possible.
I could also just cast invisibility on myself for extra measure.
Oh, if
Are
you
you
can
going?
do that, go for it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Brock.
Yeah.
You cut a hole in the ship.
Yeah.
Okay. You're now at the bottom.
Cool. And I will go ahead and do this quick because I will run around the entire bottom of the ship and sneak up towards where the captain's quarters are, and see if there's anything valuable on any of these lower decks.
Give me an investigation.
Sure. 19.
All right, so you find a couple boxes that look like they haven't had a chance to pick up yet. They look like they're padlocked.
I will do my best to open them. I do have thieves' tools.
And roll with dexterity.
Yeah. 14.
You pick the lock.
Cool. I open them.
Inside are vials of red, like cherry red dark liquid.
I will start pocketing all of them.
All right, go ahead and add 48 potions of mystery, and they weigh a pound each.
At
Oh,
this,
dear.
I am still swimming towards the ship.
Give me a perception check
Me?
while you're
Okay.
swimming. No.
Sure.
Oh. These fools didn't put anybody on the bottom of their ship, so their ship is just sinking for no reason.
So you notice that there's a hole in the ship as you approach, and water is pouring through the hole.
This looks like the work of a Ryoma. Also, would the water just start pouring in, or would the pressure of the air in the ship, like, because there are ships who have like these places in like the bottom of them where you can like swim out. So is it sinking? Is it sinking? Basically,
Not to your knowledge yet. It's a human size or a medium person sized hole. It's not like he carved half the ship in half.
Okay, so, but does it look like it might start sinking soon?
You can't tell.
So
I can't tell. I'll just assume that
what?
it might.
After I've taken the potions and everything that's of value, I will start making it so their ship will sink.
Oh, dear.
Do I see him doing this as I begin to
I'm
crawl
doing
up to this hole?
I'm doing it from the inside.
Okay, explain to me how you're going to do this.
I'm making the hole bigger.
So I can see him doing this.
So you pop your head up and you see him with his katana, and he's just slowly like sawing more to the hole.
Ryoma,
Yes, Captain.
you know, if you want to sink the boat, I could just cast Fireball.
Yeah, but if you cast Fireball, they'll realize it's sinking. It'll be funnier this way. You're sighing because I'm making a really good point, aren't you?
Carry on.
I'm going to keep making this hole bigger.
Are you going to contribute with the hole with your rapier?
I mean, actually,
mine is like a lightsaber. Mine might just like do it a lot easier.
Would be better at it. Mine would only add fire damage, which at that point might as well cast Fireball. Are there any like objects or loose like? What do I see in this bottom
Down
chamber?
on the bottom chamber, completely empty.
Completely empty.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Well. Yeah, I mean, continue.
Well,
I guess
that's what the god said. Do pirate shit. Pirates sink ships.
At this point,
I'm gonna be. I want to keep doing a perception check though, because if somebody comes down here, I don't want. I'm gonna jump back down the hole.
All right, give me a perception check. Mara, you're walking up at this point to them, and you see people putting crates onto a cart.
Oh, my goodness.
Ryoma, to your knowledge, no one is coming yet.
Okay, I'm gonna make this hole as like I want this ship to sink, and I want it to sink quickly.
As long as he's doing this, I will also do. Well, hang on a second. Your perception is +9. Mine is.
You don't do that.
Okay. Well, anyway, I will also help with the perception.
To keep a lookout.
Yeah, because
do you want to give him the advantage, or do you want to do your own rule?
I will give him the advantage.
Okay.
Because I'm still in the water, so
Okay.
I'm helping, but like, that's about it for right now.
Well, we'll cut over to Mara now. You see them all loading stuff onto 2 carts.
I'm gonna make my way onto the ship.
You get stopped by the orc.
I'm
Go ahead and put your
invisible.
stuff. Oh, okay. Give me a stealth check. So you step onto the gangplank and you hear a loud creak, and the orc turns around and he goes, "Oi, we'll go there."
Nope, I'm staying silent. I'm not saying a damn thing.
It's like that kid that got caught, and you're just like standing there still.
He just looks around and he's like, "Oi, I heard it creak. It only creaks when people are on the."
You mean he's not gonna just be like a Skyrim NPC and say, it must have been the wind?
Nope, I'm not doing this. Oh my god.
He's going to ponder for a moment.
How smart does this work? Is the question now.
Ooh, you know what's smart? After I make this hole bigger, I'm gonna make a second hole so that it's not easy to clog up with like a couple pieces of wood. I'm gonna make a second hole.
How quiet are you being about solving this shit?
I'm being as quiet as possible. I'm
Can
using
you roll me a sleight of hand?
sleight of hand or a stealth.
Sleight of hand for the weapon.
Okay, sure. I will use my inspiration.
And I will give him the help action.
You
Okay.
can't. How are you gonna help me?
You already said it. Roll it.
Oh no.
I'll get back to you in a minute. The orchid ponders and he pulls out a jar. And he pulls out another jar from his bag. And he puts them side by side as they roll, and he rolls them down the gangplank towards you.
Ooh.
No.
Tricky.
Oh god.
Just jump over it, forehead.
I'm not gonna jump. That'll make more noise. Like, would I need to roll a dex to sidestep it?
Give me
Or
a
step over.
acrobatics.
No, son of a...
Oh,
goodness.
no.
One of the jars rolls past you, and you try and step over the other one without making a crack, but it hits your foot and stops for a second, and he points, "Oi! We'll go with it. Reveal yourself."
Nope.
Can we hear any of this from below decks?
You can, but you also start hearing a footsteps come down the steps towards you guys.
Oh, down the hole.
I also, submerge and wait.
So at this point, a couple of the people come over, and he's like dead set pointing at you, well, in your general direction. "Oi, reveal yourself. I saw me jar."
No, I'm staying quiet. I'm not saying a damn thing. I'm not dropping the spell. Nope.
Ryoma.
He pulls a torch out and lights it, and he
Ryoma,
looks like he's ready to throw it.
if Mara gets discovered, I'm casting Fireball.
Totally fine.
Carefully taking steps backward.
Okay, cool. He's going to roll because his passive beats you, so he's going to roll 2d20 and keep the lowest. Does a 2 hit?
No.
No, wait. Yeah. So it whiffs past you, and he's like, Must have been the wind.
All these white guards.
I'm gonna have a question, Jake.
What?
The footsteps that I hear coming down to the bottom of the ship, are they like coming all the way down to where I am?
Yes.
I'm gonna go up to the other level of the ship that's not where I am and make another hole there on the from the outside.
So you're going to go to the second level of the ship.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the second level of the ship that's like right at water level and make another hole in the ship.
How big of a hole did you make, Ryoma?
Big enough for me to get through, and then I made it bigger. And then
Okay.
he only questioned me when I made a second hole.
Okay.
So,
I will.
Are
Hold on.
you climbing the side of the ship then to get into the second floor, or?
Yeah, well, I can fly. I'm literally
Yeah,
just like flying up to the side of the ship right where the water is, water level, and cutting another hole.
I will cast Minor Illusion to make it look like the floor is perfectly fine.
Okay. Okay, I see you. So that means that what's your DC?
18.
Okay. You see him look around, and he like scratches his head. Must have been a rat. And he goes upstairs.
Oh no! Oh my god!
Totally ignoring the fact that there's water on the floor, apparently.
Not too bright, this guy.
So, yeah. Ryoma, give me another sleight of hand.
Sure. Bop.
Okay. Alright, Mara. The two people right here are still looking at you in your general direction.
Okay.
Are you doing anything? Are you going to try and go back up the plank?
Not yet! So I'm gonna stand on... Not on the gangplank. Because... No.
Okay.
Because no. If they're gonna stand there and wait for something they can't see to walk back up, no.
Huh.
Let suspicion fade.
One walks off, and the other just sits there at that point and starts lighting a cigarette.
I am still looking out for people though. So like,
Okay,
if they hear me, I'm gonna dip back under the water.
give me a perception.
About 21.
Okay. So you're a little loud doing it, mostly because when you try and like stab and stuff, you're hitting the water and everything.
Yeah.
But you don't really see anyone as you start cutting some holes. So, yeah, you cut a decent hole into the side of the ship.
Cool. And you, I guess, once I've cut a couple holes into the ship, I guess I'll go down. Brett left. He's AFK.
That'll be big.
When I searched the ship, were there anything in the ship that was explosive?
The only stuff you saw that were the two crates on the floor levels that you checked that had the potions.
Okay.
If you were going to ask me to do something, I can do it because I gotta move some stuff around before I actually relocate. So,
do you have shatter?
I do not.
Damn.
Only fireball.
Well,
Pretty sure shatter makes more noise than fireball. Anyway.
it does. But I was hoping you could hit the front of the ship and then we could do the backside. But
I see.
I mean, I could. Because I have that one.
Sure. But
right now,
but I'd have to find you and you're invisible.
True.
I guess we'll just have to wait and hope. I'll just keep cutting holes.
Okay.
I'll keep cutting holes until I have to stop. I'm gonna go back down though, since they came back up, right?
Yes.
That way I'm under the water. That way, I'm not
Water-
making noise.
Water is taking on pretty heavy at this point, so you do notice the boat is beginning to sink a bit.
Cool. And I'll just keep cutting holes. I'm gonna I don't need to cut holes big enough for me to fit through. I'm just making this thing Swiss cheese. That way they can't just easily cover them up.
Sure. So by the time you start on your next hole, once you descend under the water, someone comes down, and obviously you can hide pretty quick because they're more focused on the fact that there is now at this point a shit ton of water. And the dude looks at the water, and he looks back up, and he looks down at the water. It looks like he's looking directly at you, And he says, I don't get paid enough. We're sinking! And he runs upstairs. At this point, Mara, you hear the man yell that, and you hear the orc go, "Get all the containers! Figure out what caused the leak!" Weren't we getting repairs?
And I guess once everything's said and done, while they're like scrambling to get the containers that I've already stolen everything out of, I'm going
You
to
gonna
go...
come back down?
No, since I'm done, I'm gonna go tug on you, on your arm, and I'm gonna say, point towards the shore, and say, we should probably get out of here.
Agreed. And then I'll be like, okay, but we gotta signal Mara so that she knows that we're done here.
Well, yeah.
And you know.
We'll see what happens. We'll surface, and then if she doesn't want to be done here, she can keep doing more things.
By signal, I mean fireball.
Don't. Damn it. You guys
I don't think we
hear me, son of a bitch.
I don't think we need to fireball. They're already sinking.
I mean, sure. Fine.
And just wait. If you really want me to, I can sit at the bottom, and when they start coming down and try to seal up the holes, I can start cutting at their feet.
That's kind of a funny idea.
So, since there's a general panic about the ship sinking, are there people still watching the gangplank?
No, they are all frantically moving at this point.
Okay, so that gives me an opportunity to get on board and find the captain's quarters.
Okay, give me an investigation.
Okie dokie.
Oh yeah, you can easily find the room. And you can easily open the door and get in.
Good.
Alright, so you're in the quarters. It's just a simple captain's quarters, desk, bed.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I'm gonna
there's a
rifle through
chest.
the desk and the chest to see if there's
Alright.
anything information that's valuable.
You see a book. Quick skimming through the book, you see that it's like a payroll.
Okay.
So you can make sure that they get paid for each transaction. You see notes, and a quick read through a couple of the notes is just directions like, hey, go here, pick up this container at this warehouse, things like this. The most notable thing is that this shipment said to take all crates to a warehouse in town. But none, like, noticing in the notes and stuff, none of the things say, like, what's in the containers. It just says take cargo. And then in the chest you find about 200 platinums worth of income.
Yeah, all of that's going in my bag of holding, so we can review it on the other ship.
Yeah, on our ship.
Okay. And the door opens as shortly after you close the chest, and you see the orc going to his desk and picking up and putting things in his own personal bag.
Is the door still open?
Slightly.
Shit. So I guess I will just stand in the corner until he leaves the room again.
How long's the duration?
Like an hour.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you give me a stealth check with advantage?
Yeah.
So a straight roll for you.
Stealth.
You didn't miss anything. Still shenanigans. Ooh, 20.
Yay!
Ooh. You are like the wind in your armor. When the ship rocks and tries to creak and you feel you need to move, you move with the ship to where it doesn't sound obvious. And he quickly puts the stuff in. He opens the chest and he looks at the chest and he like yells out a roar. We've been robbed, boys! And then he ponders, but what if it was one of them? And he goes to the desk, and you see him slam his hand on it, and out beside you pops out a great axe, and he grabs the great axe, and he is like, his hand is right next to your head, but he doesn't touch your hair, and he just grabs it, and he goes, "This is a nice axe," and he goes back out.
Oh my god, I'm having like panic. Like shit.
And then he goes out, and he yells, "Who took my gold?"
And when he's walking out, I am carefully walking behind him.
Okay. He yells, "Was it you, Steve? Fix these holes, we'll figure it out." Sir, there's a lot of them. How many? More than I can count. Damn it.
God, that's 5.
Damn it. Who sabotaged me ship? And he goes down to the below deck.
I am going to run off of this ship and back to the other one.
Okay. So shortly after, you are all on the boat.
Don't run the whole way. Make sure that you don't get followed.
Well, no, they can't follow me because I'm invisible.
And at this
Okay,
point,
but they can... Hold on. I didn't say I went back yet.
oh god.
Oh,
Did
no.
Ryoma tug on my sleeve or something to make me go back?
Yeah, I tugged on your sleeve and I said, we probably shouldn't fireball. We're just here to get some information.
Fine. I will... Hang on a second. Let me see.
Fireball.
No, hang on a second. I will use an action to dismiss minor illusion, and I will cast a new minor illusion, which is like the wailing of ghosts. And then I will
So their ship sounds like it's haunted now.
Hold on. This is gonna go over so well. Oh my
God.
god.
The ghosts, they've cut holes in our ship.
Dude rolled a -1.
Lovely.
The ship's haunted.
You rolled a nat 1 with a -2. I hate you. So you hear someone yell, "Ghosts! Ghosts on the roof!"
The restless souls of the watery dead have come to claim this ship as their own.
Well, I'm swimming back. I'm going back full
Yeah.
speed back to our boat.
I also will swim back, and I will dash swim to get there all the quicker.
Okay, so you get there.
Yep, and then I will drop as soon as when I get to the ship, I will drop the alter self. So now I'm just a regular dude, just out for a swim.
Okay. When you guys get to the boat, you see Dante standing and looking over at the water with like a contemplative look on his face.
Hey, Dante.
He has an octopus for a face.
Yeah, that is what I said.
Yeah, we
And
told
he's
you
yellow.
we did. Yeah.
He's yellow. I really wish I didn't wake up some days.
If it makes you feel better, I have 48 mystery potions.
If it makes you feel better, he has to fight. He could dissect my bicep to see my muscles.
Did you let him?
No! I'm going back downstairs, and I'm going to sit down and ponder life. Holler if you need me.
Holla,
will
holla,
do.
holla.
So you said something about potions, Ryoma?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to take my backpack off and open it, and it's just like filled to the brim with potions.
So this is what they're smuggling.
Could you even carry 48 pounds?
Yes, I can.
Okay, good. Just making sure.
Mara's gonna
It's not
drop.
that weak, Jake.
Mara's gonna drop invisibility as she runs back onto the ship.
Ah,
And then call to Graves, get that shit off me!
of course. I will immediately apply the makeup remover.
Thank
Okay.
you!
And I guess I will also do the same for Ryoma, so he does not continue to sport a ridiculous fake mustache.
Thank you.
So,
Okay, but yes. You see as Ryoma has opened his bag, potions galore.
I have an idea of where we might be able to find him. Because
Ooh.
Oh, what did you find?
I stole a bunch of the paperwork from the captain's quarters. And about 200 plat.
Nice.
So, yeah, I guess we succeeded on the beat pirates.
Yeah. All right. Come on, into my office.
Yeah.
Let's listen to these papers.
And as we're walking down, I'll pull all the paperwork in the book out of my bag.
I'm going to drop the 48 potions down by Verkon's room so that he can identify them.
Verkon will tell you not today.
Well,
We could take them to the alchemist guy.
sure. Okay. How dare he not take my request today?
All right, so you're in Graves' room?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. And are you asking the man in the wheelchair to help you?
Ooh. Interesting. You mean help identify the potions, or?
I mean, you do have quite a few people on the ship that can do stuff.
True.
Yeah, we can ask him to help identify the potions. If he is able to, that is. Because, he's still recovered.
Yeah.
So would he be able to?
No, go find him.
All right, where is he?
He is actually sitting there talking to Dante. And he looks over at you. Hello! You didn't
Yes.
tell me the boy woke up.
Yeah, it just happened today. Well, yesterday. Late yesterday.
How can I help you?
Well, potions seem to be your specialty. Would you be able to identify one?
Or all of them?
So you want me to identify potions, eh?
Yes, please.
If it's not too much trouble.
Back in my day, we had to do it anally. Give it here.
Well, you can still do it anally if you want to.
What?
He looks down at his now semi-youth childlike arms. Yes, because they'll reach. He holds out his little toddler hand. Give it.
I'll give him the potion.
He takes it carefully with both hands. It's heavy. And he pops the cork, and he sniffs it, and then he takes a quick swig, and then he spits it out onto the floor. That's blood.
What?
Interesting.
It's blood. Human blood.
No, it's not human. I don't know if it's human. Cut yourself and let me drink your blood.
Are you a vampire?
No, but this is for science.
I will cut my finger so that he can drink my blood.
He'll nibble and suck on your finger.
Yeah, little suck on my finger.
Nope, this tastes different.
It's not human. Oh.
Assuming that we're all different races, I guess I will slit my wrist somewhat.
Oh God!
And let him taste mine too. 'Cause
Oh,
science, I guess.
There's no need for despair. We can still make this work. You don't have to kill yourself.
You don't have to go.
Lick her wrist.
No,
It doesn't have to end this way.
That's not how I meant slit my wrist, but okay.
Yeah, that's blood.
Yeah, I gathered that it's blood. It doesn't match the blood that's in the vial.
Nope.
Okay.
So it's not human and it's not half elf.
And it's not Azamar.
Ooh, I want to run across the ship. Dave, give me some of your blood.
Fascinating. Why?
Well, we found
have-
40 bottles of blood and we're trying to identify it.
Fascinating. Do you have one?
Sure. I'll pull another vial out of my backpack.
He'll hold it up and you'll see his tentacles like go over it and then swirl around and the bottle looks completely empty. Fascinating. It tastes nasty. He pulls out a little journal, writes in it. Tastes disgusting.
Well, do you know what it is?
Blood.
Well, yeah, but do you know like what type of creature's blood it is?
No. But I feel different.
Different how?
Punch me with your normal human hand.
All right. What? Why not my other hand?
Because your hand is made of metal. That hurts.
Okay. I'll punch him.
Fascinating. I felt the impact, but I didn't feel pain.
Interesting.
Maybe I'm a vampire. He will now proceed to go up outside, and you hear outside, "Damn it!" He comes back downstairs. I am not a vampire. Probably for the best.
Well, Dave,
Yeah.
I appreciate your. So when I punched you, did it just like not hurt?
Yeah, I felt this. It was like an annoyance. Interesting, fascinating. Does all blood do this? Is that how you're so resilient?
No. We stole this from a ship,
Fascinating.
but he
Unless-
drank. But you drank it, and I just kind of wanted to identify it. So now we have one less potion.
My apologies. I
That's
can try
fine,
and
Dave.
regurgitate it. And he like
If you
pulls
want
out an
to.
empty bottle, and you
Yep.
can see him like spread his tentacles and like the little like predator. Like
I'm gonna stop him, Dave. It's fine. We still have 47 more.
Are you sure?
I'm sure, Dave. Just
Fascinating.
never do that again.
Of course.
I'll go back to the crew.
I
Well,
have a theory.
according to Dave, the potions have a weird effect.
Weird how?
Well, he asked me to punch him, and it didn't hurt him. So I'm questioning whether it made him want me to punch him, which would mean part of it's psychological, or it's only physical. And he wanted to show off the potion.
I have a theory.
A game theory.
Not this time. But no. Remember when we were in that that old house? I believe someone mentioned that when Cillian's sister was being held there, they were experimenting on her blood,
True.
and that it had magical properties.
So you're saying these vials contain her blood?
It's possible.
Well, what does the paperwork say? Like, which warehouse is it?
Did it say which warehouse, DM?
It just says take it to my warehouse in town.
It doesn't say which one, it just says my warehouse.
Interesting. Well, they were still loading up. Were they still loading up boxes today?
Yeah.
We could try to find them on the path of wherever they're going towards the warehouses.
That's if they're even still taking them there, because when I managed to slip aboard the ship, everyone was screaming about how it's sinking. So...
Yeah, about that. Funny story.
What did you do?
Well, Ryoma did most of them.
I cut holes in the ship. Hades said do pirate things.
I don't think
Now-
that is what he meant, but okay.
In our defense, this does mean that the rest of the ship will be very easy for us to search once it's at the bottom of the bay.
Yeah, maybe if you're a fish. I am not a fish.
I can be a fish for an hour.
I cannot. That's not in my skill set.
That's fair.
Jake,
Yes.
you said the crates that they had were marked, right?
They were locked.
So there were no like identifying features to identify that the crates belong to that ship?
Nope.
Okay.
Also, it's really weird. The ledgers don't say anything about what's inside them.
Well, that would make sense because they were these weird
not
blood
like-
potions.
Yeah, it's not above board. There's going to be no record.
I guess the next thing on our to-do list is figure out which warehouse belongs to him.
And who he's giving these potions to and why. Did anyone survive the sinking of the ship? Did you see them run
Well,
off?
I think they're still either sinking or trying to not sink.
Mara, did you notice anything?
They were all just
if-
scrambling, running around like chickens with their heads cut off.
Well, if the captain survives, then he'll have to report this disaster to Declan, which means Declan might come out of the woodwork.
And he's also going to get a lovely ass reaming because they've been robbed, obviously. Where do you think I got the black from?
And where do you think I got the blood from?
Well, the captain kind of came into his quarters while I was in there,
Interesting.
stealing from his desk.
Marvelous. How did you avoid being seen?
I can avoid being seen if I wish. But to
That old
disappear
chestnut.
entirely is a rare gift.
So you have said.
I can turn invisible whenever I want.
I gathered that,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
You said it in a very dramatic way, though. I approve.
That's what I do best.
Well, I guess my office has a window. Can I see the sinking ship from my window?
It is out of eyesight.
Oh, like it's gone? Like it's sunk? Or like I don't have an
Can't see
angle
it.
on it?
You don't have an angle from your position.
Oh, okay.
You'd have to go to the crow's nest.
All the way to the crow's nest? Is that far
it's
away?
angled and curves and stuff and other boats.
Oh, okay, fair. You know what, Jason? If you two will excuse me for a moment, I'm gonna walk over and ask Jason to tell me if he sees anything peculiar in the harbor.
He's going to look at you. You want me to climb up there and look at the harbor?
Yes. Just tell me if you notice any ships sinking.
Sure. You already have a fugitive on your fucking boat. Why not? Just go up there.
Well, fine, Jason. If you don't want a job, I'll fly up.
No, I got it. He starts climbing the rope. Don't get paid enough for this. Takes him about a minute to get up there. Yeah. Some people are panicking over where it looks like a boat sticking up barely.
Okay.
And then he slides back down the rope.
About how far down was it?
I saw the crow's nest and I saw a bunch of people screaming.
So it's pretty much sunk then.
Whatever happened, whoever paid for repairs better get their money back.
Was there one man standing in the crow's nest?
I I don't have
As it sank.
elven eyes. I only have human eyes.
What do you see
That's
with
fair.
your human eyes?
I told you what I saw.
Thank you, Jason.
But what do you
As were.
feel?
I feel really inclined to hit you for bringing him on board.
Who,
Look,
Dave?
you know-
What's wrong with Dave?
Oh, Dante.
Oh,
Look, you may have had beef with him in the past because of who you worked for, but that's behind us all now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know, I know.
yeah, just drop the beef and have some pork.
I'm a vegetarian. I ain't fucking scared of him.
You should be.
Look,
You be quiet.
it was. I mean, think about it this way: the people who were employing you before were. It turns out they were corrupt tyrants. So really, you know, you should have been on Dante's side the whole time.
Don't
Get
use
back
your
to that.
logic against me, Captain. Don't use it today.
Corrupt tyrant. Corrupt tyrant is a strong word. More
More
like
like
just
a
incompetent.
dictator.
Morally corrosive.
That and physically corrosive, as it turns out.
Jism.
Permission to leave the boat.
Permission granted.
Thank you. And he walks off.
Oh, Jason. Well, while we plot our next move, anyone else want to go look at some books, the bookstore? Maybe listen around for, I don't know, anything out of place?
Why not?
Sure.
Give us the
But-
time to... Go ahead.
I do want to point out that we do know about their warehouse, and they did just finish moving their goods. Like, if we went, we could potentially find them and their
Well-
goods.
We don't know which warehouse is theirs, though. It's the thing.
Sure.
But if we were casually strolling about town and we spotted one of them and they seemed to be headed toward the warehouse district, we might be able to tail them. Or at least observe which warehouse they seem to be, accessing.
Well, it might be easier to spot them going to the warehouse district if we're in the warehouse district.
Sure, but if we go directly to the warehouse district, it'll look a little bit suspicious, won't it?
A little.
All I'm saying is, I want to stop by the bookstore, and we can also peruse the warehouse district while we're out.
All right.
Oh, was there anything else in the ledger that was noteworthy that we haven't gone over yet?
No, just little things in payroll.
Very well.
I mean,
Well,
you
we
can look
can-
it over and see if you recognize any of the names on it, I guess.
Actually, I will do that. I will examine the ledger to see if I recognize any names.
Give me an investigation with advantage.
Okay. 22.
All right, so you're looking over the ledger. A couple of names stick out.
Okay.
Well, names, locations. Let me go to the world map for you. One is in Valarandir.
Mhm.
It deals with the Archmage of the King.
Hmm.
And then the other
Valarandir.
one is over in Blackwood Isle.
Blackwood. Any name attached to that one?
Nope.
Besides-
Just the Blackwoods.
Interesting. Valarandir and Blackwood Isle. Didn't Sivian say that his sister might have been in Valorandir at one point? My memory is a bit fuzzy. Ryoma, help me out here.
I'm not sure, honestly. A lot of the stuff Sivian said, I didn't 100% pay attention to.
Now you know how I felt for like 6 months as Dante comes up the steps.
Okay, what do you know about Sivian's contact with the Elven King?
He has a contact. He knows nobility other than his own fucking family.
Ah, okay, so nothing.
I mean,
What do you know about the...
what? Know about what?
What do you know about the Blackwoods?
They're mercenaries. Her dad's strong. Her brothers are jokes. And well, I mean, one was a poison dude, and he tried to poison my drink because he thought I was Sivian, which I felt really insulted that day. And then the other one, I guess, is like a decent fighter, but I'm not too worried about him.
Interesting.
I mean, when me and Jason, wherever the hell he went, when we used to tour and stuff, sometimes we had Blackwood Mercs work with us, but nothing out of the ordinary. They're noble fighters, I guess, but...
Do you know if they would have any interest in, I don't know, blood magic?
What do you mean by blood magic?
I mean, blood magic. Magic that involves blood. Magic of the blood. Blood magic.
They only ever had like one caster that I ever met with them. A lot of them were just foot soldiers. So... But they did like to like drink a potion like we're running into combat, and it made them act weird. So I don't know.
Okay, well,
never touched the stuff.
Okay, well, thank you.
For what?
For trying to help. I don't know. Just you gave us information, so thank you. All right, so we have a potential lead warehouse district. On the way, we can stop by the bookstore. And while we're leaving, we can see if there are any particularly panicked sailors about. We might be able to, persuade them to, who knows what they might let slip in their panicked state. Still wish I fireballed the ship a little bit, but it's fine. I can fireball something.
Shall we get to it then?
Let's.
Sure.
After you, I guess.
Oh, are you coming?
Do you want me to stay on the boat?
Man, you're free to come along if you wish. We might have to get you up to speed on what's happening first, just so you have all the context.
Tell me while we walk.
Okay.
I need to stretch my legs and not be on a boat.
That's fair. You've been on a boat for a month. All right, so I guess while we walk into town, I will try to inconspicuously... You know what? I'll let Ryoma do it. He's better at being inconspicuous.
I'm never inconspicuous.
I mean, you were pretty inconspicuous just now.
What, you mean with the ship?
Yeah. You're like conspicuously inconspicuous.
Yes, with the painted on mustache.
I mean, nobody saw you.
True. which is such a waste of a perfectly good painted-on mustache.
Well, its time will come.
All right. Well, we may as well leave if you want to go to the bookstore.
It's on the way. So yeah, while we're leaving the ship, do we see any activity just at the docks?
I mean, you see a lot of people frantically heading towards the sinking fiasco.
Okay, I'm gonna stop one of them and just be like, hey, what's going on? What's with all the commotion?
Dude, someone sunk a boat. Or somehow they botched fixing it and it sunk.
What? How?
They
I
should get
don't
their
know.
money
Definitely-
back from whoever they paid to fix it.
Oh,
I know,
the
right?
captain of the boat is furious and is yelling at the dockswing. It's great. Come on.
I'm definitely not paying for repairs here.
Ay, ay, ay.
I guess on the way we will stop and watch the captain yell at the docksman.
Oh yeah, there are guards, and they're literally 3 or 4 guards in between him and the dockswain as he's holding his axe and he's yelling at him, "You're gonna make a new boat for me." we fixed it. It was in top-notch inspection. Your inspection sucks ass. And they just keep arguing, and the guards are trying to keep the orc from going into a rage.
I'm just gonna shout over everybody. Didn't there used to be a ship here? I'm trying to make the orc mad. All right,
It worked. He is now trying to push past the guards.
Is he raging?
You don't know.
Okay. Okay. Does he look like he's
He is beyond mad at the situation that is ensued.
Ooh, Jake. While everybody is distracted by this orc trying to fight this guy, is their cart with their other
They look like they are strapping down the crates on the 2 carts, and they are trying to secure it to make sure it's good to go before heading out.
I'm going to lean over and whisper to Baurik, maybe we should just follow the crates when they take them into town.
That's not a bad idea, but how do we avoid looking suspicious while we do it? Is the question.
We can just not be seen.
Yes, worth a try. Thinking.
Mara.
How hard is the orc captain trying to kill the docksman right now?
They're now trying to grapple his arms.
Okay. You go ahead with what you were going to say, Joe. I'm thinking about something.
Mara, can you turn other people invisible?
Yes, with the proper resources.
Well, if when they start moving the cart, could you turn me invisible, and then I will follow them to the warehouse district, and I can inform you on where the warehouse is?
Yes.
That's a brilliant idea, but we will need a distraction to make sure that no one notices her casting a spell on it.
Mm-hmm. And you only have an hour.
That should be
He
enough.
won't need the full hour, trust me. What we need is that distraction.
Well, we have to wait until the cart starts moving or is ready to be moved, because if we do it now, I might spend an hour just sitting here watching them argue.
That's true. So we'll chill, I guess, until it looks like the cart is about to move, and then I will see about causing a distraction of some kind.
Okay.
Please don't set anything on fire.
I will resist it.
Thank you.
Because even if I subtle fireball, they will still know it was me that fireballed, because they will see the fireball shoot out of my hand.
True.
So it takes about 10 minutes. And they're still arguing back and forth. And it looks like what you determined to probably be the second or the first mate start talking to the people up front and start guiding the horses.
Okay, so when we see that they're about to start moving, I am going to. Can I get? How close can I get to the Dockswain while he's being berated by this angry orc?
I mean, the guards are more focused on keeping the orc at bay, so like they're like the crowd is basically on the Dockswain's back.
Okay, so I will kind of just move forward so I can get just close enough to kind of talk to the Dockswain.
Okay.
And I'll say, "Wow, what's he yelling at you for?"
There are a couple of guards, so they're trying to like make sure no one like attacks him from the other crew. But like the Docksman looks back at you. I don't know. We repaired their ship. They were unloading, and now they're accusing us of their ship sinking, and then taking their gold.
They're accusing you of sabotage and theft?
Yes.
Wow, the nerve of this guy. I subtle spell suggestion.
Oh, God.
If anyone questioned my workmanship like that, well, I'd be furious. I'd want his head. You and your guards, you could probably take these guys. Just like, kind of shear everyone else away and then have at it. Show them who's boss. They can't accuse you of sabotage and theft. Don't just lie down and take it.
You know what? You're right. And he like rolls his sleeves up and he looks at the guys. I'm gonna rough his day up.
Oh God! You're getting this guy killed.
He turns around and he points at the orc. You know what I don't like about your mother? She's difficult terrain just standing next to her.
I sort of slink back into the crowd, and I'm like, fight.
Everyone starts chanting fight, and you see him like pick up the bully stance. And the guards are like stepping away, and like the orc drops his axe, and he pulls up the bully stance.
Okay, and then I signal Mara, like, okay, everyone's distracted, go for it.
Okay. Why is this my life? She'll cast invisibility on Ryoma.
Go for it.
Jesus.
Oh my
there you go,
God.
Twinkle Toes.
Whee! And then I will follow the crate that they're setting off.
I gotta know now. Roll a D100. Nessa, high or low?
Shit, low.
Okay.
You want me to roll the D100?
Nope, Brett, roll a D100.
Okay, here it goes. 51.
So, for anyone that stays and watches the fight, the orc lost. During the fight, he ducks under the orc's thing and kicks him square in the balls and then punches him square in the face, followed by another kick to the balls.
Oh, God.
Mara revving up the crowd, shouting, "That's what you get for being a bitch!"
The crowd oohs in unison.
Ooh. Somebody invent World Star.
Oh, man. And the guards pick up the orc and put him in shackles and start dragging his unconscious body.
Mara leans into Graves and says, "Well, if that doesn't draw Declan out, I don't know what will."
Right? While Riona's tailing the crates, well, I guess we can slip away and head into town, look inconspicuous, and then later maybe we stop by the jail and see what we can get this captain to do. Maybe we can promise to secure his release in exchange for some information or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
We can think on it.
Okay, so Brock, roll me a stealth check with advantage.
Alrighty. About a 19.
Okay. You will easily make it and follow them without really causing a scene or commotion to yourself. Takes you about almost the full hour at half speed, staying behind the cart. But you get to the warehouse district, and you come here,
Ooh.
and you will be coming in on this side.
Sure.
As you see the cart come, and they open a door, and you see a figure that opens the door, and it's like a giant door. So inside you see more like crates and stuff. But the figure is in all silver with a glowing purple mask that is also silver, but like silver underneath the mask, and the eyes are purple. And he recognizes them, and and the cart goes in, and they close the door.
And he's in the center one, right?
There, yes, where it's completely dark.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are there any windows on this building?
No, there are not.
Interesting.
There is a chimney, though, that is on the back side, like back here.
Is it big enough for me to fit down?
You can try. You'd have to go
How
up
much
there and look.
invisibility do you have left, though? Think about that.
Probably not that long.
Probably about a couple minutes at this point.
Rather than going down the chimney, I just want to. They knocked on the door.
When they knocked on the door, the door like had like the little eye slits, and then it fully opened.
I'm going to try to open the door slowly in a manner as if like he had failed to close the door.
The door is locked.
I will unlock the door and then do that.
Give me a thieves' tools.
About 18.
Okay. So you open it. You hear a little, and it starts to slide open. And inside, how far are you opening it?
I want to I'm gonna open it slowly so I can maybe see like just back here.
Okay. So you open it and you see a lot of crates and barrels. And then quickly someone comes and grabs the door. I will reveal them for you. So give me a second.
Yep, no worries.
That's not what I wanted.
Oh God,
I said reveal.
I'm in the darkness now.
He grabs the door. You can zoom in and see him.
Oh jeez, he's like a weird. Is he like an automaton?
Oh, it is a person.
Weird.
And you see on their shoulder a symbol of the phoenix.
Interesting. I'll just stand there and wait for him to.
He looks around.
I will move back just so that if he tries to move, I won't be like right in his way.
He looks at the lock, and you hear him say, "I thought that this was locked." He does one quick thing, and he casts a spell. And he looks around again.
Oh, dang it.
As soon as he starts casting the spell, can I move?
You can try. Roll me a stealth check.
Okay. Yeah, let me.
You can feel the magic at this point also beginning to fade.
I accidentally rolled the wrong dice. Can I keep the roll though?
Sure.
Okay. 18 plus 5, it's a 23.
Okay, so yeah, you beat his passive.
Cool.
So, but you do feel the magic beginning to fade.
Yeah, when he goes to cast the spell, I'm going to move over here.
Okay.
So I'm just... Because I don't know if he can cast a spell and like see invisible or whatever, so...
Right. That's fair. So he casts it, and he looks around, and then you hear the door close, and you hear the lock again.
Interesting. All right. Well, I will go ahead and run back to the bookstore, because that's where the nerds are.
All right. People in town.
Mm-hmm.
You see a giant building being built.
It's a bookstore.
And it says, "Coming soon."
Bookstore.
The Cold Fish Lounge
Interesting.
Hmm.
Do I see any of the people who are working on this?
You see a lot of people going in and out, and you also see a help wanted sign.
Okay. I kind of try to flag one of the people going in and out, and I say, "Who's in charge here?"
Uh, some rich white dude. Never seen him before, but he's really nice. Well, not nice. I mean, he's nice looking. Slick back hair, kind of a charming personality. Really fucking loaded, apparently. Place is huge on the inside.
Really? What is he hiring for?
Bartenders and bouncers, apparently. Supposed to be the talk of the town and run the old man barkeep down in the near the slums, out of town and out of business.
Interesting. Does the boss stop by often?
He's in there right now, apparently doing interviews.
Interviews, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Of course.
So, my curiosity is piqued by this. But is there a place that's sort of out of the way that I could see, like where I could, avoid being spotted?
I mean, there's a couple alleys.
Okay. I'm gonna duck into an alley.
Okay.
And motion for Mara to follow.
She does.
Okay. This could be nothing, but I'm curious. Wait outside for a couple minutes. It shouldn't take long. I'm just gonna go in, look around, and then come out.
Okay.
If Rihanna will probably look for us either at the ship or at the bookstore, since that's where we said we were going. If it looks like I'm going to get bogged down, I will give you a signal to go on without me. If it looks like I'm going to get into trouble, then I'll give you like a... Well, if it looks like I'm going to get into trouble, then you'll probably just see fireballs. So, or eldritch, whichever.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
All right. So I look around to make sure nobody's watching us.
Okay.
Is anyone watching us?
Not that you can tell. I mean, people are moving out in the main streets and stuff.
Okay, cool. I will use alter self to disguise myself as like a, I don't know, like a kind of, let's see, hang on, let me see what the spell will allow, first of all. Okay, height, weight, facial features, sound of your voice, hair length, coloration. Okay, I will make myself appear like a kind of, let's say 40s-ish burly dwarf.
Okay. Can you post
Okay.
alter self for me?
Sure.
Thank you.
And then yeah, that's what we want. Well, I can wait. Yeah, that's the alter self description. So I can change my height, weight, facial features, sound of my voice, hair length, coloration, and make myself appear as a member of another race, but my stats don't change.
Okay.
I also have to remain the same size.
Yeah, and dwarves are medium.
Yep.
Okay. So you are now a dwarf.
Okay, so I'm like I said, I'm like a burly, like 40s-ish, 40 in human terms. I don't know what the dwarf age equivalent of that is.
Okay, I'm following you.
So a little bit of gray, in the hair and the beard, kind of like a deep baritone voice. And I'm gonna stroll out of the alley, all casual like, and walk inside. Just have a look around.
Sure. All right, let me get you to the map. Before you get to the door, or when you get to the door, you're greeted by a man. It's a sea elf. And he looks more aquatic, and he has a great sword on his back. And he's wearing some really nice leather armor, and he puts his hand up. Hey, what are you doing?
I was told that it was okay for me to look around in here. I heard you was hiring bartenders and bouncers.
And what's your experience?
Let's see. Been a sailor for a little while. I was, a bit of a rough and tumble lad in my younger days. Worked a bit as a mercenary. Let's see. And made a good bit of money out of that. Starting to run dry, so now I'm looking for a new job.
You're a sailor, huh?
Used to be. What
made you quit?
We had an encounter with a kraken.
Oh, damn.
Out of me.
All right, well, that's fair. Fucking hate those things. Yeah, sure. Come on in.
All right.
Boss is in the middle. Ignore the shark. You'll be fine.
All right. So, I guess where's the entrance?
Right here, on the right.
Okay.
So you go in and you see a bunch of people setting up tables and stuff. You see a man that you know too well. He's in a black robe with white fur and very fancy designs at the top, and he's sitting in a chair that's very nice and like throne-like, and he's signing some paperwork. And he looks up. Come forward.
All right. I'm gonna use one of these little icons to note that I am currently disguised.
And this is the sea elf. He walks up and stands right by the water.
All right. Nice place you got here.
And your name?
Name's Malik O'Brien.
Interesting name. Well, come up here.
Good, sir.
So when you walk up to here, he snaps his fingers and little ice pedestals come up for like a little walkway.
Yeah.
And then
very nice.
As you walk up, you see the ice form into a table and another chair right here. And his throne-like chair rotates to where he sits on the other end of it. Well, get up here. We don't have all day. I have a business to run after all.
Quiet. All right. Nice place. I do have to ask, what was the inspiration for the name?
Well, if you must know, I've always had a thing for the cold.
That's fair. Although, looking around, that much is clear, sure. I love the decor. But if you're still workshopping the name, might you consider Iceberg Lounge?
Copyright and taken.
Yeah. Damn. No, worth a shot.
So, are you a bouncer or are you a bartender?
Well, I have been known to drink, but I think that bouncer would be a better fit for my talents, personally.
Okay, that's fair. Hey, new kid! And you see running over the same person that talked to Rioma earlier. Hi, boss! Get over here. And he jumps up. No, not by me, over by him. Grapple him. as he looks to you. Grapple him.
Okay.
Show me that
Is
you
he
can
what?
push. Show me that you can take him and throw him out of this pedestal.
Is he grappling me or am I grappling him?
You're gonna grapple him.
Ooh. Okay. Been a while since I tried this. Okay, so what do I roll to grapple?
Athletics.
Cool, cool. This is gonna be hilarious. Okay, so a 15.
Okay. Let me see something here. Let me pull up his sheet. Made a footnote of it, so give me a second. What is your acrobatics modifier? You barely miss grabbing him as you lunge in for the grapple, and he quickly sidesteps, but barely. As you see that you can grab his coat. He's one of my faster ones. All right.
Well,
You're hired.
the age is catching up with me.
You're hired. When can you start?
When do you need?
Oh, we're having a grand opening in 2 days.
Well, 2 days it is then.
He holds a hand out. My name is Declan.
Pleasure, Mr. Declan.
Of course. You know, you remind me of my brother. Well, former brother. He's dead now. The only
Your
difference
brother
is...
was a dwarf?
No, but he was not of my own. And, frankly, my brother was a little shit. And that's what you remind me of, a little shit. But in a good way. My brother was a bad way. Did you know that once he shit the bed and then he tried to blame it on the dog? What an imbecilic child. Yes. As long as you don't shit on the floor and blame the dog, we're fine.
Trust me, sir, that won't be a problem. I
Good.
had 6 younger brothers. I know how it goes.
Good. Yes, quite. Also, just to let you know, the simple rules are you must change your attire. You look like a homeless man, and I do not want homeless. You will need a tux.
That's fair. I'll look into it.
And clean a shave. Well, you can keep the beard, you're a dwarf after all. But don't look so homeless. I have a business to run. I'm not a homeless shelter.
Understood.
Also, another thing. There is a particular running joke here that we say. And if you hear it, do not question it. Do you understand?
Understood.
Excellent. The running joke is simple. He looks around. We always say, at least Elliot could do worse.
I don't understand it, but I'm not questioning it.
Perfect. You will get 1 silver a day. No free food and no free drinks.
Seems fair.
Also, if you have any of your own personal weapons, we ask that you leave them at the door. You will be given a club. And here you go. He holds out an earring. Go ahead and put that on for me.
All right. I put on the earring.
When you do, it clamps onto your ear and you feel a slight pinch. Perfect. If I ever ask you a question with that on, you are no longer allowed to tell a lie. At least to me.
All right.
So if I ask you a question like, who stole my money? Then if you would know the answer, you are compelled to tell the truth.
Fair.
Alright, well. Have a good rest of your day. I will not be seeing you more than likely. I'll be busy talking to the nobles and everything that we do. You know, us good people that pay your bills and put food on your table.
Of course.
There is no sick time, no vacation time. This is not a union. You can fuck off with that nonsense.
I've had worse jobs.
Perfect. Get out of my sight.
Yes, sir. And with that, I quickly, but politely, stride out.
When you stride off of that, like right to here, you feel like you've been being watched this entire time. Not by Declan, but by something else in the shadows.
Interesting.
And then the sea elf looks at you and nods. See you in 2 days, new kid.
See you in 2 days. I've not even acknowledged that he said kid to a dwarf who is clearly advanced in age. I'm just not even going to question it. All right. And then I leave.
Okay.
All right. So as soon as I get out of here, I'm going to signal to Mara and we're going to go back into that alley.
So how'd it go?
More smoothly than I expected. So I'm going to check again to make sure nobody's watching us.
No one is, except for Dante, who's just sitting there against the wall.
Okay, cool. And I will first remove the earring.
You cannot.
Ah, interesting. Hey, well, I will drop concentration on Alter Self. Hey, Mara, can you try that dispel magic thing on this earring?
I do not have dispel. I have detect.
Oh, that's right. I was waiting for Vercon. You know what? You're a paladin, right?
Indeed.
Cool. So in lieu of dispelling the magic on this earring, how big is this earring? It's like a little stud, right?
It's got a hoop.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna cut it off my ear.
He.
Roll it. Actually, no. You're gonna take max damage.
Ouch.
Okay. Well, I'm using a dagger, so that's like
4 plus
4.
your dex mod.
4 plus my dex bond. Okay, so 6.
Okay.
All right. And then I pocket the earring, and I ask Mara to heal my ear with her lay on hands, because she's a paladin.
Okay.
Okay. At this point, Brock, you're at the bookshelf or bookstore, and they're not there.
Thank you, Mara. I appreciate it. Now, let's hurry. Riom is probably wondering where we are.
Why did you cut it off?
Because
just take it off like normal.
I can't take it off. Well, I couldn't take it off. It's magical. I don't know what kind of magic. We'll have to examine it later. But I couldn't just walk around with it, or else my disguise would be pointless.
Ah.
It seems to be some kind of charmed piece of jewelry that allows the boss to force anyone who wears it to tell the truth to him. Oh, speaking of which, the boss, he's our guy. He's here.
Oh, lovely.
He expects me to report to work in 2 days. That's not happening.
You're
Anyway,
joking.
I am not.
Oh, great.
I should say he expects Malik O'Brien to report for work in 2 days. Job's terrible, as is to be expected. This douchebag. Anyway, let's not dilly-dally any longer.
Let's go.
Right.
Brock, what are you gonna do? You're at the bookstore. No one's there, except for the book person.
I'm gonna ask the book person. Did some fancy man come in here look like he has a white coat with gold trim and like a black side cape thing?
The only fancy man that we've seen is the one in the black coat with the white fur.
Did he also have the boots with the fur?
He has a club, and they'll be looking at him.
Uh, oh, sorry. I'm laughing at myself because I'm so funny. Well, you said he was going to be here, so. Well, thank you. I'll just step outside, and I guess I'll wait out just right in front of the bookstore.
Takes a couple minutes, but about shortly after that, they'll be there.
Right. Ryoma, sorry we were late meeting you here. We do have some things to discuss in private, but first, let's browse for some books.
I'm in desperate need of new reading material.
All right, what
Right.
books are you looking for as you go into a bookstore?
I'm keeping my eye out for any books about, like anything, of course, that might be remotely relevant, like histories of noble families and, merchants and things like that. But I'm also looking for books about arcana, books about history, books about religion also.
Okay. Roll me an investigation.
That's a 5.
All right, so you find like mostly just common, like learning to convert to like different deities and things like that.
Mm. Are any of them about the Thor's pantheon?
There is a book about Thor.
Does it say anything about how Thor relates to other gods?
Like a family tree? No.
Shame.
I mean, common knowledge, Thor is, Odin's son, so common
Okay.
sense, common knowledge stuff would be applicable in the book.
Does it say like things like Thor approves of this or Thor disapproves of this?
No, it just talks more about like in-depth like what he ideals and like how to pray and things like that. Like very intro level stuff.
Okay. Sure. Well, what are you guys looking for?
Nothing.
No nudie
Well,
magazines.
No.
At least pretend to look around. Just to see if anything of interest turns up.
Okay, Jake, I will pretend to look around.
All right, you are looking around so intense.
But I wonder if I find anything useful. A 20.
You just you see various books, fiction, nonfiction, religion, some history about the world. There's a book about the Great Dragon Wars. There's a book on how to follow Gasgrim.
I'm gonna pick up the book about Gasgrim.
It says in a bunch of words, train, fight, train, fight, train, fight.
Is that like the whole book?
That is the entire 498 pages. Every now and then,
one page.
you find like sex, fight, train, eat.
Are there any pictures in this book? Because I feel if those are I feel that if there are only words in this book, Gasgrim would be displeased.
At the very back, you see pictures of someone eating, someone fighting, someone training, and then someone having sex.
Hold up.
Oh my god.
I will put the book away.
You feel very more connected to Gasgrim.
No. He's so hot and orcish.
What you got there, Ryoma? Are you looking to converse?
No, nothing like that. But you told me to pretend like I was looking for something.
Let's fit in with the vibe. But if you found something that calls out to you,
I didn't.
Mara, what did you find?
I am looking for books on Hades' pantheon, just to learn more about his family or myths surrounding them.
Because you're so adept, you can easily find like some tales about the Greek gods, and it also mentions that there are a couple tales about Hades.
So I'll grab that and maybe a nonfiction book. Just any book.
Okay. It'll be 2 silver for the books.
And plop down 2 silver on the counter.
Well, I reshelve the book that I was examining and say, well, I didn't quite see anything that really spoke to me this time. Everyone else ready to go?
Yep.
Most definitely. Get me out of
All
here.
right,
My
fine.
skin is burning.
Like, the knowledge, I can't take it. No, it's fine. All right, very well. Let's be off.
Okay, so you leave the bookstore. What do you do now?
Well, unless anyone has any objections, we can go back to the ship to compare
Fine by
notes.
me.
That's fine. I don't know how long. I don't know how much of a hurry they are to move their product.
Hmm.
Because if they're in a
Fair,
hurry,
but
and
we also can't discuss this out in the middle of the street.
Sure.
So, like, and I don't, like, we're probably not going to be, observed too closely for, a short period if we, like, could, like, talk in an alley or something. But, like, if this conversation gets in depth, which I kind of expect it to, who knows what could happen.
True. And we may as well go and pick up the other 2.
Yes, because for whatever we plan to do, we might want the full party available.
True.
That would be the smart thing to do.
Best not to go off half-cocked.
I'm always full cocked.
Are you now?
Whoa.
Yeah.
All right, so you will make it back to the boat. On the boat.
All right, so can we say that Vercon and Kitty are part of this meeting, even if they're not able to,
Sure.
speak? Sure. Okay, so we're all going to meet in my office.
Okay.
Okay, so Ryoma, you report first.
Well, I found the warehouse. I don't really have too much more to go on than I know the location of it, and the person that was inside looked really strange. He had a helmet and what looked like, as far as I could zoom in.
Do you want me to blow it up for you?
Yeah, blow it up. It looked like blue soul energy coming out of his mask, or like purpley soul energy coming out of his mask.
There you go.
Interesting.
Have fun, Brock.
Yeah, so it looked like metal armor with some purplish haze coming out of it. Maybe he's a partaker of the Kush. Maybe he's 420 blaze it.
Uh-huh.
I hate it here.
Brock, why?
Oh, because I'm dumb.
Because if it isn't to torture me, he wouldn't have fun.
But yeah, he was wearing a really strange armor. Came to the door, and because I opened it, and there just seemed to be crates inside. I'm sure not all of it is illegal substances, but they probably have some sort of the crate that they took in there. When I actually opened the door back up, they had moved it out of the line of sight, right, Jake?
Correct.
Yeah, so it looks like they didn't put it in the front room where the other crates were, so there's probably either a back room or a hidden room that has the illegal substances.
Interesting.
And what about you two?
Well,
What took you so long to get to the bookstore?
After we created the distraction that allowed you to slip away, we were headed towards the bookstore, but we passed by a building under construction. It's a lounge, and it piqued my curiosity, so I disguised myself and entered. And who should I find but the man we're searching for?
Dickland.
That's not his name, but feel free to keep calling him that. But yes, he is here. He's opening a nightclub of all things. The grand opening is in 2 days. He's hiring bouncers and bartenders. And not only is he here, he seems to have surrounded himself with a menagerie of mercenaries. There's the fellow who raced you earlier working for him. There's also a sea elf. And I felt something in the shadows watching me that I could not see. And that concerns me. Also, he's making his employees wear these, and I pull out the earring. It's magical of some nature. It apparently forces anyone who wears it to tell the truth to the boss man. And it's enchanted so that you can't remove it. I had to cut it out of my ear. So, I guess whenever Vercon is able, he can identify it. So, so there's that. But yes, our target is here, and we know what he's doing here. He didn't seem to have received news about the ship sinking yet, though I expect it won't be long before he does.
Of all things, though, why a nightclub?
Because Declan is a shallow idiot. That is why. Anything for his ego.
I wonder if he plans to sell his interesting little product there.
It's possible. He seems to expect an elite clientele.
Huh. Well, we'll find out soon.
Well, if we can manage to get into his warehouse and steal all of his product, it'll be pretty hard to open.
I like the way you're thinking. Yes. Like I said, his club doesn't open for 2 days. That does give us time to raid his warehouse. We'll all have to be disguised going in just to be safe, and we're going to need all hands on deck for this. We don't know what we're walking into.
This is stupid at best and extremely dangerous at worst.
And that's why we're doing it.
You're free to propose a better alternative.
If I can have more than a heartbeat to think of an alternative, then yes.
All right, well, take your time.
I like fast and dumb. That's how I live.
Well, thankfully,
Well,
not all of us are
fast,
you.
True. Don't sell yourself short, Rioma. I wouldn't say you're dumb.
Are you gonna need me for this mission?
Your help would be appreciated.
But you don't have to come if you don't want to.
His eyes squint at you. What would
How
Sivian
do you-
do?
Well,
Sivian
Sivian
will
would
tell us to
come.
piss off.
Well, Sivian would come, but then he wouldn't do anything.
So what you're saying is, if I come and hit them one time, I'm more effective.
That would be what I'm saying, yes.
Perfect. I will come.
How do you feel about rich jackasses?
I hate them. I hate rich people.
Excellent. Well, we're about to screw one over something fierce.
We really need to work on your phrasing.
We're going to ruin his day.
We're gonna manhandle Dicklin's goods.
Why? Why that phrasing? Why?
Rock, go to the corner.
Why?
Go to the corner.
Ay.
I can't.
And then we can drink whatever comes out.
No.
Nope. Nope.
No.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Hard pass.
Nope. Okay. So,
I do have one question, maybe because I've been in a coma for a month, and
Sure.
I'm not the smartest one at the table.
Sure.
But shouldn't we know what
she
these
says-
potions do?
Yes.
We have an idea. Dave drank one.
The effect that it had on him may not be the effect that it has on everyone else.
That's true. He does have an alien physiology.
Sure. I would love to identify them, but Vercon told me no.
Well, when Vercon is available, he can identify the potion, and he can identify whatever magic is in this earring. And after that, unless Mara has an alternative plan, it'll be all hands on deck to pillage this warehouse.
Whatever we do, we're going to have to be quick about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we make any noise and people yell for guards, like, we're not only going to have to deal with Declan's men, but we're also going to have to deal with, well, I assume he's paying the city's men, so I assume they're all Declan's men. But
Did they have any identification on them when the one opened the door?
did I see any identification to take?
You did.
You saw,
Yeah, you saw a phoenix.
a mark.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw Mark.
Go on.
I didn't think it was going to be significant, so I didn't take notes on it. But, they had a mark on their armor that identified them.
Okay.
Was it related to any of the factions we've encountered?
It was the Phoenix. So they're probably working with the House of the Phoenix.
Seems a reasonable assumption.
Maybe if we go in with Phoenix marks, we can just pass as members of the House.
Somehow I doubt that.
I mean, we can try it. I don't care.
I like the idea of just going in swords ablazing. Like, that's how I like to handle most of my problems, but
I don't know how we would ever get convincing enough disguises to pass for members of House of the Phoenix. Also, they might have a password or a key phrase or something like that, but we just wouldn't know.
True.
Our best bet is to go in stealthily under cover of night, and then take whatever we can and try to get out without being stopped. And, just take out anyone who gets in the way while we're doing it.
I'm down for that. When I went in there, they seem to be watching that front door. It seems like there's only two ways to get inside, and that is the front door and a chimney. But I was afraid to go down the chimney and get stuck.
Well, like I said, if we have everyone on board for the mission, did it look like a chimney that Vercon could fit?
Do I think Vercon could fit down it?
You didn't go up and look, so you have no idea of the entryway.
I'm not sure. The spell is about to run out, and I was afraid to go up and check it.
No, that's fair. It was good of you to be cautious this time. But still, we have two potential means of entry. So that's a place to start, at least. Do you have anything to say, Mara?
Nope, not yet.
Pew pew laser beams.
Okay. Well, in that case, if there are no objections, we will make plans for all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Hang on. See, yeah, no, 6. 6. Yeah, for the 6 of us, to raid the warehouse tonight.
Well, if that's the case, I'm gonna go take a nap. I'm not
That's
fucking my
probably
sleep.
a good call.
I'm not fucking up my sleep schedule just because you want to go in the middle of the night. No, I got humanized. I can't see shit in the dark.
That's fine. You don't have to see shit. You can you only need to see everything that isn't shit. Like
I am going to eventually go toe to toe with you. I hope you know this. Playfully. But I will go toe to toe with you by the end of this adventure.
Sure you
I
will.
will make popcorn.
And then whoever wins can kill Sivian if he ever crosses that line.
Ooh. Stakes.
Sure.
Relax, Vercon. I can see the look from over here. I won't do it, as he looks at Ryoma and gives him an obvious wink.
Oh, man. But yes, since there are no objections, then the 6 of us will make plans to go tonight, and we'll see that everyone is suitably disguised when we do so, just in case. Wouldn't do for us to get spotted and then make everything else difficult.
I draw a mean mustache.
Dante will leave the room at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Vercon and Kitty will also leave the room at that point.
All right. Well, unless you two have any more notes, I am going to take a quick rest.
Yep. Mara's gonna take a nap too.
Same.
Okay. And we'll pick up next time on Dragon Ball Z.
But does this count as a short rest?
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Bye, everyone. Happy holidays.